Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoons.
So cozy.
Time I've got, she's fed and snoozed.
Say cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
Say cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.
And welcome back to St. Kozhee's Center for Comfy Nostalgia. It is our 25th episode. That means about 6 months of cozy time has passed. And as always, I have with me Kevy the Kid on location in the wilderness, Mr. Sloppy Joe. And I'm Bear. Today for our 25th, we are going to be playing Super Mario World for the entirety of the stream. And we're going to sprinkle in little sweet nothings throughout the broadcast because the three of us spent this week as if it was the 90s. We set that up last week, so we spent the entire week with limited technology, physical media, and no apps and screens and anything like that that's existed in the last 20 years or so. So we'll also sprinkle those little nuggets in for you. Kev, you got any kind of special title cards and things, or?
We have a time warp that we went through this week. So you can see we have the old cell phone. We have Rabdargab. We have the DARE program. We have Zach Morris's cell phone along with Zach Morris. Set tape. Lots of goodies from the 90s that we got here.
I love that Rabdargab drop in there. Yeah. Read a book, do a report, get a buck. Playing Super Mario World, an absolute classic. We will not be rating or reviewing this game. It doesn't need any introduction. It's 5 gush all day. I'm curious, Joe, what do you think about as a gamer the fact that in this game you can only save it at certain points, like at the ghost castles or whatever they're called, ghost house, and then the castles of any size? Is that okay with you, or would you like to save in more locations?
I went through kind of the whole progression of save games. You know, you can only save it. It's only a password, and then it's like maybe you can only save at certain points. So I'm okay with it. It doesn't feel like they're too far apart. Like I beat one stage to get to that save point. I think I have to get to this first castle, and that'll be another one. So they're not too far apart. I think it's plenty fair. Oops.
Okay. Oh, that was a free life, Joe. What are you doing?
Oh well.
Just got all carried away with that fireball.
I guess I'll never beat it now.
Oh, Ro, also, I do have to thank you for teaching me the lost art of driving with your knee. I remember watching you doing it as a kid, and I'm barreling down 45 in a curve trying to change a CD out while I'm driving with my knee, looking at my MapQuest directions.
I think that's real, Jeremy.
No, I really had to I can't use GPS. We're in the 90s, so I had to MapQuest it. Which still exists, by the way.
Still out there?
Oh yeah, you can totally MapQuest stuff.
Did you print it on a dot matrix printer?
They had inkjet in the late 90s. They definitely had inkjet.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you would be way behind the times if you were printing it on that.
Not having maps, not having GPS, I guess, maps, was probably the, I don't know, most inconvenient of the things for me I mean, I'm also driving around to places I haven't been before, too. But I actually found it to be kind of a nice way to actually remember what it was like in the 90s. Like, you didn't have instant directions and knew where you were at all times. You got lost a little bit. You had to figure it out. You had to pay attention, maybe, to where you had gone.
Not doing that. You can't make me. So I remember finding this out on my own as a kid, that if you stay on the fence the entire time, counts as you being in the air the entire time, so you can rack up some more lives here.
What?
Yeah, go around to the back.
Just about the comment about this. Yeah, I'm with you. I found this out too on my own, Joe, and it was a game changer because you can really rack up a bunch of lives early game here. Yeah,
I wouldn't call your driving reckless, Ro.
Not at all.
Aggressive. It was offensive driving. Yeah.
Offensive? Is that what
He
you said?
practiced offensive. Yes, he practiced offensive driving.
Yeah, he has the
which I
best
thoroughly
defense is a
enjoyed.
good offense kind of mentality. Nice, Joe.
What? It
Just
used to
getting
take me
through the
like
first
30
world
minutes to kill that guy.
with ease.
Just skating through it. It used to take me like an hour to kill that little bastard.
Later game, I'll won't remember the levels as well, and it'll be because before I ever got a Super Nintendo, the only time I would get to play it is going to Walmart and playing it on the demo, like the entire time. So like, and it would usually just be the first couple like areas, yeah.
Like your neck starts to hurt
Yes,
after a while.
that's exactly what it was. Straight up.
Yeah. Whoop.
Oh,
Already
missed your
forgot
first
you
cape.
want this.
That's cool. All right.
Never.
Off
I'll
to a
die
great
before I'll
start.
miss this first cape.
Yeah, this, if you know how to manage it, this first level is so easy because you can literally fly right through it.
Well,
Or you could die on your way up. That's cool too. Again, compared to a lot of the games we played from this era, they do such a great job of ramping up the difficulty. You know, give you some lives in the beginning, teach you some skills, give you a chance. And then by the time you get to the Star Road or whatever, it gets real. And you get a
It
little
gets
gambling
real.
here for the kids. Get a little gambling
Yeah.
for them. Once again, pouring on the lives here for you.
Porn on the Lives. What a weird charity.
And its sister charity, Jerks for Jesus.
First game that Yoshi's in, correct?
Oh,
He
shit.
made his
Yeah.
debut in
Did
this
not know
game, I
that.
believe.
Mhm.
His coming out party, if you will. Which I think my favorite Yoshi move is the sacrifice throw.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dang, I was actually up there. Damn it. Okay.
You're gonna go for it here? Okay.
I'm gonna try. Let's see. Mm. Eat.
Nice. With Yoshi. With Yoshi.
Wow.
I found out the hard way that he will eventually swallow a key if you keep it in, if he holds it in his mouth too
Yeah.
long. He'll give it the old. Glot, glot. Nope, that's
There
fine.
he goes. Bye, Yoshi.
Just go drown
Was
now.
this release with the debut of the Super Nintendo? It was, right? It was game day one
Bundled.
title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bundled with the system.
What? I forgot about the fat Chinese guy. Bear totally is right.
Yeah, it's really... I mean, I'm glad Japanese people made this game because... Yeah, he's transracial. Okay, here's the flying mechanic, Dwayne, that you're hoping for. It looks like Slop has mastered it.
And with all those coins up there, they definitely give you incentive to fly around. Well, it's the first stage that you can fly around, so they give you
And there's a bunch of
Go
stuff
check
up
it
there.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh, here we go. We got your
More
stars.
gambling. Yep, you know what to do. That's exactly what you got. Oh,
God.
you've got to get that pattern, Kev. That's the trick. You just
Yeah.
keep jumping in the same rhythm in it.
I am dumbfounded that you got that many. Oh, I do remember one thing that I missed. Not being in the 90s when you have to watch TV is local commercials are always gold. Local commercials are low budget and amazing. I did miss them.
Yeah, let's linger there for a minute. So I also watched a fair bit of over-the-air television. Kev, I know you did as well. You're the reason that I started to. Joe, did you get a chance to watch any OTA TV?
No, I don't have the setup for it. Essentially, I need like
I
the
don't have a
extra
TV
box or
capable of it.
whatever. Basically,
Watching over the air is something I totally forgot about. Is I would be upset if I missed a time. Like, shit, it's 4 o'clock. Cheers is on, and I've already missed 15 minutes of Cheers. I'm like, yeah. Don't know what's going on with the plot. Diane's being a bitch, but I don't know why.
There's a good thing about the commercials, which it gave me a chance to like go do stuff real fast. Oh, I'll just go grab a water, need to go take a piss, whatever. Like I had a few minutes and I would go do that and come back. As opposed to keeping me glued like YouTube does.
Mhm.
Or Netflix.
Good point.
Absolutely. Yes, sorry, Tanya. I will take that down when I get home. I tried to make a tinfoil antenna for the TV, but apparently it doesn't work the same with digital.
So the first day that I watched over-the-air TV was Antiques Roadshow, because I guess it was like a Monday night or a Sunday night, and great. Really enjoyed it, actually. I might catch next week's episode.
I was very upset when I couldn't get PBS with my shitty antenna. Very upset. Because that was one of the things I was most looking forward to is Antiques Roadshow.
Happy Cloud.
Even carries the key.
There's one of them that you need like all of the secret blocks.
You can do this one
Okay.
with Yoshi and a purple shell, because it gives you wings. That one. And you got to go low, I believe.
Is it? Yeah.
It's right here.
Okay, it's not nearly as far. Oh, idiot!
But you need a shell or a cape.
Right. So you need not red Yoshi to be able to do that, or a cape. Yeah. So now I'm dead.
I think what I used to do is just, if you drag along those green ones, those green blocks on your way, you get as many capes as you need. Yeah.
There it is. This puff of air that.
God!
Come on!
Get one of them, Joe. Jesus. Well done.
And one thing I noticed this week, as not being completely plugged into something playing or listening to something all the time, is that I was alone in my head a lot this week.
Too much. Too
I don't
much
know
for
if
me.
That's I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just sitting there staring at the wall, waiting for something to happen, thinking.
I didn't have Kev. You found a Walkman or bought a Walkman, and we're
Yeah,
using
bought
that,
one,
right?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't have any of that. I realized like, I don't have any. I can't downgrade my tech, so I was like, I guess I have no music. I have no music for the gym.
God.
Which, by the way, that
Silence.
was that was the most awful part because I had to overhear people's inane
Grunting.
grunting on top of my own grunting I had to listen to now. I also use my phone as a stopwatch, so I time my rest periods. Am I resting for 30 seconds? Am I resting for 30 minutes? I have no idea. Just
Can't
time.
count out
literally
loud.
can't tell the difference
Yeah.
between those two.
Yeah.
Without my phone in the bathroom, turns out it doesn't take me 30 minutes to poop. I can do it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
actually
done.
the first thing that Kevin and I talked about on Monday, was that we
Taking
noticed
shit.
going to the restroom was one of the very first things that you would normally take your phone to read. So I read the shampoo bottle. So I went full 90s.
I knew it was down there.
Joe.
That was your first death too, huh?
It was.
And what a death.
So I've got a couple of criterions. My Dazed and Confused Criterion edition, which comes with like its own scrapbook full of art and stories about the making of stuff from Richard Linklater and the cast. This is probably 30.
Yeah.
No, this is 70 something pages. Comes with
Holy
some big poster here.
Great
Not a
bathroom
big poster.
material.
That and the Fear and Loathing one I thought was really good. It's like a transparent, like a clear case.
Oh,
Just-
I remember that one. Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Ralph Steadman artwork on the front. This one too comes with. It's not the booklet's not as nice, but it does come with a booklet that's pretty hefty. You don't get any more. They don't make these anymore because it costs too much money and nobody's going to buy them. So
Could come
a
back
lost
though.
art
It could
now.
be like vinyl, where people start to want like more physical things to hold.
So you get the commentary, you can watch a documentary of them making it, you get the deleted scenes. I missed all that. I forgot how much I enjoyed that. If it's a movie I really like, I'll spend hours going through all the special features. I love Fat Baby Mario.
he is an orb, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, you bastards.
Yeah, get it. He knows what's up.
Oh yeah, I do remember doing that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not leaving here empty-handed.
Ugh.
Oh, I love this
Oh, this
track.
is the best song.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the best song in the game. Just some guy in a saloon wearing spats just on that piano.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Another thing that I forgot about was the infuriating CD skips, because it always happens at the height of the song, at your favorite part of the song. It ruins the whole
Remix.
thing. Throw the CD out.
Sandra had a CD left in the truck that she made in 2003, so it's mostly 90 songs, and it's an MP3 CD, and I was listening to it on my way back from the campsite, and it had those like I don't even know what you'd call them, but when you downloaded music way back in the day, it would have little flubs in it, like tap, tip, you know, those little flubs are in there, those little digital flubs, and I like hadn't heard that in 20 years, man.
Yeah. I was talking to Dwayne about it, and he's remember making mixtapes? And I'm like, no, I know I'm a weird one, and I didn't do that.
Really, you never made a mixtape in your life, Joe?
Not on tape.
Did you ever
I made some
record any
CDs.
songs off the radio?
No,
Oof.
it was just something we like because my parents didn't do it. But you would think we were a frugal family. That seems like that's a tactic you use. That and like, you know, VHS copies or whatever. Oops, that's not right.
Gotta wait for it.
But yeah, I guess because we didn't at home, I never picked it up.
Not even gonna let him get on the wall, Joe? Wow.
No,
Wow.
better boss patterns than that. Step to me, son.
Yeah, it was just a lot of movies that I hadn't seen in a very, very long time. Shit, now I'm drawing a blank.
Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas, yes. Tanya hadn't seen it, so I decided we were going to watch Goodfellas. And for the first time in one of my movie recommendations, she enjoyed it. Because she always asked me, is this a sad movie? No, it's not a sad movie. It's an upbeat movie. And the last time I showed her a movie was Shawshank Redemption, which I forgot about all the sad parts. It turns out, yeah, it's a very sad movie, but it is kind of happy.
You
don't
forgot
think about
about the
Brooks.
sad parts?
I forgot about Brooks.
I mean, the whole thing is a sad part, right? He's framed for a murder of his own wife that she was cheating. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the plot of Shawshank, Kev. But yeah,
I'll say, in
how
Kev's-
did you not
in-
know? It's a total tragedy.
In Kev's defense, you guys played Bust Kev Out of Prison as a game, as like playtime all the time. So he's, you know,
He's
I can
right.
see the memories get conflated. Like, oh yeah, it was a fun movie because it was about prison.
Yeah, prison was my happy place.
Yeah, Tim Robbins fights his way out of a Russian prison. You can get up there, Joe. You don't need Yoshi.
Yeah, I
Gotta do a little fancy flying.
I'm gonna.
Yep.
Do some of that pilot shit.
No.
Oh, come on!
Okay, next time bring Yoshi. One thing about the radio that I guess I found interesting is the DJs. Like, I guess I just sort of imagined that era was over, that there's no more like disc jockeys and morning shows and call in to get free tickets and them trying to be funny and quippy and stuff. They still are. It's still going very strong. People, I'm assuming, are like listening to their favorite DJs and laughing along with their corny jokes and stuff. So whatever, go for it.
There's still like morning drive shows? Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
man. At least up here there are. Yeah, I agree, Dwayne. It is worse. It's like they've doubled down on the corniness because they know they're up against content creators who have no filters and no FCC, rules they have to follow.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, now we got to cater to like G-rated audiences instead of trying to be edgy.
No kids buying cars. What are we selling here? What is this radio now? Why are we even doing this?
Yeah, 1877 cars for kids. Actually, that's not a 90s thing, but I did think it was kind of weird. Donate your old car to these kids.
They've got to get to their jobs at the mines that they yearn for so much.
I have read that in some certain states, mostly southern states, they want to change the labor laws and like allow children to work at like 13 or something.
Yeah, they haven't been pulling their weight all these years. Get out there. Time to hustle.
Yeah,
No
let's
one-
revert
no
back
one-
make
to
that
pre-industrial revolution, age laws.
We're headed there.
Absolutely.
We're slipping all the way down. No one wants to do these shitty jobs. I know. Let's force children to do them.
Children.
Let's also force people to have children. Yeah.
Yes.
The poor
to keep
people.
our workforce
We'll
going.
make
Yes,
the poor do
people.
it. Twisting their mustaches and things, huh?
Right. It's only oil barons. Like those are
It is
the real world villains now. They're like
Yeah,
the real
literally.
super villains. Like 1.0 release of the game, you could eat the dolphins with Yoshi. And then they took that out.
Why? Japanese
that's
people
not a
still
joke.
eat dolphins.
Okay, so another thing that I was doing more of this week is reading, and I was reading Moby Dick, and in there they talk about eating dolphins and how delicious they are and how prized they are for their savory taste. And now we don't do that much because we realize that dolphins are really smart and they know that you're eating their cousin.
Yeah, but how good are they?
Apparently very good, according to Herman Melville.
Well,
I mean, we eat baby animals, so
I don't
is
know.
that really worse? I mean, they're
so
smart.
you're saying a
Maybe if
baby
you just eat
dolphin
them when
would
they're-
taste the most?
Yeah.
The best tasting thing on the planet is a baby dolphin. I got you. I follow.
and they wouldn't know they're babies.
That's right. It's
Solid
just
logic.
all that sensory information, and then it's just a spark of life and figuring it out, and then dead. Beautiful.
Hey,
Beautiful.
we go through the same thing. Finally figure it out, and then boop, dead.
Boop.
Let me know if you figured it out before you die, because that'd be cool. I don't
It'd be
think
good
that's
to
gonna
know
happen
before
for me.
then, but yeah, same.
Well, it's right there at the end. You figure it out, and then boom, lights
Oh,
off.
right at the end. Gotcha.
So you can never tell anybody because it's right there at the end.
We ain't figured out shit. Why did
we
I
ain't
go all the way
found
back?
shit.
Yeah, Scott, pigs are actually quite intelligent, and they're a syndicate for the human body, as Kev knows quite well as a forensics researcher. You can use pigs to simulate all kinds of human tissue.
And
If you can't
orifices.
get your hands on actual humans, yeah, but I mean, the real thing is always the best.
The inflation, we can't even get real pig in here anymore. I got synthetic pig I got to test on.
Mm,
It's cheaper
make-
just to bring in humans.
Yeah.
probably.
To make fake meat.
Put it back on the pores. And if you tell people that it improves your sexual stamina or something like that, tell Chinese people that, they'll buy it up, man.
They will love it.
They will love it. Can we torture it?
We will
yeah,
end
sure, you can
dolphins
torture it
overnight.
if you want. Yeah, if you torture it, it makes
I mean,
it
I
gives
wanna-
you plus 10 testosterone.
I was explaining it to someone today that how I went to the Hong Kong market and had an entire roasted baby quail.
Lord.
And she said, you feel like PETA would be mad about that. I was like, Asians don't give a shit about PETA.
No.
They don't care.
You're gonna have to sacrifice.
Oh,
Yes.
auto scroll. See? The worst.
I don't know. It's a sacrifice. That's why you have Yoshi sometimes. You gotta sacrifice him. Okay, let's talk about some of the automatic things that happened this last week where you accidentally broke the rules and then someone had to tell you or you realized that, whoops, I'm not allowed to do that.
I guess I didn't realize how many questions just randomly pop up in my brain, and I got so you and I spoke about it briefly. Got so used to just instantly having an answer, and a couple times I would pull my phone out, and start to search it, and like, oh, who was the third baseman for the Astros in 1995? So I would just have to sit with unknown things, and then eventually I would just make it up, and I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
who was
how
the
it
third
works.
baseman for the Astros in 95? I guess that would be like, is that Ken Caminetti? I don't know. I automatically, the kids were listening to music in the living room, and we usually do like DJ style where we, trade off, jukebox style, I should say, where we trade off and like pick songs. And then they handed the remote to me, and I was like, great. And I started searching a song, and someone was like, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, yep, sorry, can't do that. And then the very first time I went to the restroom, I grabbed my phone just automatically to go read something. And then I was like, oh, I got to put you down, little guy. Grab the shampoo bottle.
Grab that. Get my real read material. Mine was my electric toothbrush that first morning. I went, I guess I
you
can't
could
use
use
this.
an electric tooth.
No, I didn't brush my
thought
teeth
that-
all week,
it's
guys,
not that-
just like the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, are there any things you guys liked about living in the 90s?
I don't know. Turns out I didn't miss my phone and YouTube all that much.
Yeah.
kind of time wasters. Now that I realize how much time I actually do have during the day.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and continue the trend of using my phone as little as possible. I watched X-Files. You know, it came on as a kid. It came on behind other stuff, usually the end of the night under or behind Frasier and like Friends and Seinfeld. So I'm familiar with it, but I never watched it in earnest. So I started watching it over this experiment and got through like 4 episodes. Okay, well, I want to watch all of the X-Files now. It's like a pretty fun show.
X-Files is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The insight that I had was going back to the 90s, actually by picking up the physical movie and putting it in and then, you know, like listening to the stuff spin up, all the physical things that have to go, that actually felt more like an actual choice now that I experienced it. Whereas YouTube felt automatic, really, as like, oh, nothing's going on, boom, I just go there. And it felt like that automatic kind of impulsive way of living. So yeah, Kev, I agree with you. Like I thought that not having YouTube and Netflix around would be difficult, but not that bad. I actually kind of like the physical media part. I'm gonna have to see if I can find myself one of these combo players.
Little lounge music for you, though, is. Oh,
I don't
shit.
think we'll have time to get into the super secret levels.
So what are you guys going to be happy to have back in your lives now that the 90s is over?
Music for the gym, technology for earbuds. I knew I was going to hate that because I've done it before, just out of like, oh, I forgot my headphones. I have to listen to the world while I'm in here.
I agree, actually. Joe, it's my number one thing, too. I just want my headphones back and some music for working out. That's pretty much it. Or a podcast or something.
Yeah, since I was unable to locate any JCPenney's catalogs, I'm just going to be happy for the internet.
Trapped.
Yep.
That's a good point, Kev. We didn't talk about that, but obviously in the 90s, your ability to access pornographic materials was very minimal. Very minimal. You got to have
It was always in the woods and crumpled and old for some reason.
Why? Why
In
was
the
there
woods.
always pornography just in a trunk in the
know.
woods? Why?
So if you're not familiar with this game, this is Bowser and the final boss here. I always love this stage. Such a great setup. Ooh. Gotta watch his helicopter prop down there.
Nice. Helicopter clown balloon. Damn, you were right on the money with those things, Joe.
Nice, Joe.
That's it. Now you done it.
Yeah, he's pissed now.
I've
Now
told
you
you.
done it.
You've done effed up. These
And these-
unique little fire sprites that I don't think you see anywhere else in the
Just
game.
literally about to say that, Joe. Synchronicity. Yeah, I don't remember seeing them anywhere else in the game. Now, Joe, do you prefer to beat Bowser with no mushroom up, like the little Mario, or do you like him to? Because I mean, if he's little, then he's going to be smaller than Peach
Right.
for the cutscene, which is cute.
I've never actually planned it out like that.
Okay.
So
You just spelled your doom, Bowser. Yeah. Eat it.
Yeah, she's already tall. So if he's in his
This is-
little mode, he's like he can
Yeah.
barely see him behind the brick. It's pretty funny, actually.
right. This is just a mock-up of my girlfriends and I when we go out on a date. It's heels and like, hey, babe.
Climb that tree.
Yeah,
Just like you playing video games when you were a kid.
that's right. My neck. Well, that's it.
Great game. Excellent play, Joe. Music's still going, which is kind of cool, actually. So, yeah, final thoughts on living a 90s life for the past week, boys.
You mentioned like autopilot, grabbing my phone, kind of breaking that up a bit of like, no, I have to leave it. I have to not read. I have to not take 30-minute craps and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think intentional living, is definitely my biggest takeaway. And of course, what I found out that I was not kind to myself because I didn't rewind my cassettes. So always be kind and rewind, even to yourself.
Exactly. I agree with you guys' takeaways. It is, if you're interested in challenging yourself, yeah, maybe put the phone away and try a week out in the 90s. You'll find out that you can be more intentional with how you spend your time. And for example, I know sometimes I'll be like, oh, I've got like 15 minutes. Well, I can just go to YouTube and like there will be a video that's just the amount of time I have left. And so I can like essentially occupy all of my attention at all moments. But there's something kind of nice about living in a slightly disconnected where you can be more intentional about what you do. And there's the opportunity for, I guess, boredom and quiet time. And so I've been enjoying it, and I'll probably continue some of it. I think the music is the main thing I want back in my life. The music.
The music has gone out of my life.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. This was our 25th episode, which means we've been doing this thing about 6 months, and slowly but surely getting, I think, more sophisticated, more comfortable, finding our way. Look at Kev. Kev's in his element. I mean, he's found his way. So, find your way, people.